Well, hello and welcome to another modern stream. We're gonna be playing some Green-White Reclaimer. If you missed out on some Karn Amulet action, I strongly recommend you check that out. It's gonna be able to, you're gonna be able to find it on YouTube right there. And we're trying out Green-White Reclaimer. We're gonna finally figure out which one is the better deck. You know, it's a question has been daunting people for generations. What's better, Green-White Reclaimer or Amulet?
And it can only be answered in this way. You play one league with one deck and one league with another deck, and then you have your answer.
Exactly, and it's just absolute. Like, that is just like the actual answer, and there's no way to contradict anything. Those are just facts.
That is called a scientific process.
Exactly.
Scientific method.
YouTube aka me in the future, yeah. Yeah, I went 5-0 with Boomer Titan.
Spoiler alert.
Oh
no.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Damn it.
God dang.
You should have gone watch it. You didn't watch it? If that was a spoiler, it's because you did things in the wrong order.
You gotta watch the videos in the order they come out. That way you don't get spoiled by chat. Huh?
Also, I need to update the...
If you don't 5-0, Amulet is confirmed better. True. That is what we're saying. That's how it works.
Boom.
Do you update the deck name on Streamlabs? There you go.
This happened so many times already today. My opponent just like would not join the match. Like, what are people doing? Why would you join the match and then just like leave?
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't find what you call the deck enemies toolbox. God damn it. I'm literally better.
Literally.
I think it just got played.
Well said, well said.
Alright, we took like 2 hours and 40 minutes to finish the first league. Let's see if this one takes a little bit less. Maybe 2 hours and 35 minutes.
I can taste the 5 minutes already.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so well spent.
I think you're gonna do a lot more push-ups in this league.
It's possible.
Especially with that hand. Especially with the opponent.
Playing against Lurrus.
Yep.
This is what we call the hopeful hand.
And so it begins.
This is what we call the hopeful hand. You keep this hand, you hope that your opponent doesn't rush you, and then you win if they don't, and you lose if they do.
Maybe if they're playing Junt, then you get a free win.
Maybe they're playing Junt. Although Lurrus means that even if they're playing Junt, they're probably going to be playing a better version of Junt. Reclaimer off the top, nice and easy.
It's not a Reclaimer.
I'm basically the unluckiest streamer.
Junt Shadow? Maybe. Any Lurrus deck by now is like all Shadow decks, right?
Yep.
Who knew how those two cards would go all together?
Well, I don't know.
Aside
Certainly not Wizards when they designed a fucking mechanic that would put extra cards in your deck at literally no extra cost whatsoever.
So you're saying that for free, I can start out with one more card in my hand than my opponent?
Fucking idiots, man.
That is
they can't even have a working program even. I'm gonna play Flagstones here in case we draw some cycle. I'm gonna cycle Scattergroves, but in case we draw Skyclave Aberration, we can cast it.
Front of us had a very instigative week with Wizards lately.
Dude, like I gave in. Like, I basically caved in. I'm like, okay, I want to play Arena. They basically went ahead and they made an Arena for fucking Mac. But they're like,
You didn't say a magic word.
You got played. Just like, dude, like what am I supposed to do?
Fountain one time, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, Fountain would have been sick there. I'm gonna see the Shadow though. Things are looking good. What am I calling for? Probably calling for.
What's the deck play
Just
for
calling
green?
for Dryad, right? Just call for Dryad.
Maybe for.
Please don't play Shadow. Please don't play Shadow.
Maybe for
That's
Skyclave.
worse. It's actually fucking worse. No, now Skyclave doesn't make sense. Like the way that I win now is through Dryad plus Titans.
DMCA. We're banned. Damn it.
So here we just don't block.
That's brave.
Well, we can't. We just lose to TBR. So no, but we block here so we don't lose to. Yeah, we block here so we don't lose to Lightning Bolt. Well, yeah, we can't beat TBR, so my opponent has it. They just have it. Yeah, of course they have it. Why would they not have it?
What do you mean they have it? They never have it.
Why would
That's
they
so
not
weird.
have it? Fucking deck.
That's so weird.
Last card in hand. We lose to Bolt. Well, we. I guess that we. Yeah, I guess we do lose to Bolt. They just Bolt face. So what I've been doing against this deck, which has been kind of interesting, is we cut Reclaimers, and we basically play a green-white control deck.
Green-white control deck.
Yeah, just like a bunch of removal and shit.
Interesting. How would you ever play more than 2 TBR if they always have it anyways?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. They should even play 1, and that's it. They always have it when they need it, so...
I guess we keep this. They didn't reveal, so they don't have Blood Moon.
They did reveal, so...
They did reveal, so they don't have Blood Moon, yeah. You know what I meant to say. Grave Hate, I don't think it's good against them. All my stuff just exiles, right? Mishra's Bubble. The only thing they use the graveyard for is Lurrus anyway. They can't play Moon? Yes, they can. That's exactly what I was saying. Like they do play Moon and they don't reveal Lurrus when they bring in the Moons.
Oh yeah, this one's John also, so they can't really play Moon.
Oh, that's right. This is John. Like I didn't see any green cards. You're right. Rakdos does 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Did they show anything green? Are they playing like
no?
Goif
They didn't
or
play.
something like
They
that?
didn't play any green cards.
Are we gonna see something green?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
just mutagenic growth for value, or?
I would imagine Tarmo. That's what I was thinking. Well, they're taking our paths, so.
True. Bowel Traverse better than Call.
Is that a scratched off world map paper? That's a question for you. Well, if we find the green source, we're probably gonna win.
Oh yeah. No, there's something scratched. Oh, that was actually. So this room used to be my other brother, and he loved to travel, and it's actually incomplete in regards to everywhere that he's traveled. But yeah, what's scratched off is like Argentina, some parts of the U.S., a lot of Europe, and but it's just like very small because mostly it's water.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
But yeah, it is a scratch off map. Good eye.
Brush Fire Elemental. That's true. I've seen those dudes popping up. It's kind of cool actually for that deck. That one's better though. We're just dead, right? So we have to find.
Any removal spell?
I mean a white. If we find the green source off the top, if Titan comes down, it just stabilizes. We of course died. We of course died to TBR and all that.
Like every single time, we just died to TBR.
And then 6 trophy in the side of screen. Okay.
Oh my god, they didn't have it. They're gonna have something else, but so far they didn't have it. That's crazy.
Green source, basic forest, basic forest.
Do you think we survive another turn? Oh damn it! You clicked the wrong thing. You deserve those.
I can't do 20, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's going for it. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 more. 17. That wasn't it. 17. 18. 19. 1 more, buddy.
Oh, damn it.
There you go. Good job.
That's not sustainable.
All right. You better not fucking lose, then.
New deal. Okay. New deal.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work like that. It's like 10 for the first one, and then every other one is just 5.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you make the rules or I make the rules?
I make the rules. My stream.
But I'm the special guest.
Do you think it gives you any power whatsoever? Reclaimer!
Let's. You know what? You know who has power every single time in every Twitch channel? Chat. What does chat think?
Jack tits incoming. I'm buff.
So.
At this point, I'm just buff.
So, chat, should it be like we've been doing, where it's like every lost game is 10 push-ups? Or do we make it the you know, not buff way, and just like, oh, just +5? Just stress Splinter Twin. Those, yeah. Those ones are gonna be titans. Thank you, Stay Wagons, for the bits. Oh shit, look at this rampant growth. Well, on Holy Eve, there's no day like the present, and you should drop down and give me 10 right now, at least.
Yeah, well, the problem on Holy Eve is that was 50 now. That was the 50th push-ups I've done. Oh, we're playing against Spike's deck?
They're gonna have Tail Sound?
No, they have Blood Sun. We can't beat that fucking card. Card is literally unbeatable.
Well, we have Skyclaves. No Blood Sun, they had Fetch. Damn. Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, I think Spike played a couple of fetches.
Oh, they had Fetch. No, that's right. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's just like...
What about baseline has 5 pushes, but he doubles with consecutive losses? I'll consider that. And good job, Steve. Give me 10. And then after that, give me 10 more.
Wildfire my forest. You got it.
Okay.
So they're missing land drops.
Yeah. Yeah, Spike has so many Jeskai decks that I lose track of which one's which. And the thing is, like, they each one have like their own little gimmick, so it's like interesting.
Mystic Sanctuary, of course.
I'm the chat's coach. Yeah. You know what, Sarah? You also give me 10 push-ups. Why not? And somehow he wins with all. Yeah, it's insane. The dude is just like gifted. I don't know. It is pretty nuts. spells there. Amazing. Dude, it's pretty inspiring.
Inspiring.
Could not have said that better myself. That is facts.
That just resolved?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And now you get some Philodets. Oh wait, he's
gonna we're gonna get tail sended?
Oh.
Nope.
So Philodet and Philodet?
Yep.
Easy kaka. Done. I don't know if I buy that, but you know, we're playing it by honor code, and I'm gonna believe you, and I'm gonna say good job, Sari. You showed up when we needed it.
Well, Borneo has the fairy though. How can I ever win? I don't know, man. Like Spike, I love Spike, and like his decks are just a light, but
Titan tits.
there's no way that the mana bases that he uses are functional.
Let the man dream. If he says, I want to play Sharknado, you let him play Sharknado.
That's fine. You can play Sharknado. You just cannot play Fluxens of Drogair and this.
Okay, fine. No, I'll believe you. I was just saying it is on our code, and if you say you did them, I'll believe it.
Or Mystic Sanctuary. Like, if you're gonna play Fluxens, that's cool, but just don't play Sanctuary.
And dude, doing push-ups after benching is the worst, because it's like, you're like, I've done push-ups so many times, it should be easy. But then you like try to lift yourself, and it's like, your arms just don't want to work. They're just like, nah, you know what? I'm okay.
Working arms are overrated.
It's pretty insane. Cause like you're so used to like being able to have control over your body, and then that just comes out of nowhere, and they just don't give a shit anymore. I feel like they're just throwing like stuff at you and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of exactly what's going on.
And it's like, I still have a board. I still have many zombies. Your thing is dead.
Like, yeah, this shark was literally the only thing stopping me from losing, so you got it. That's what my opponent said right there.
Spike wins in spite of his decks, not because of them. That's a good quote.
That's a good quote. That's a very good quote.
Yeah.
I guess now we have to plan for like fucking. What's the name of the guy? No.
No,
the fucking guy that Spikes loves.
Benzer?
No, the 8/8 artifact.
Oh, Empyrean.
Platinum Empyrean.
Yeah, I love that guy. You bring like a couple of Rex Ages, it should be good. Net of the odd and Rex Age, to me they're the same thing. Relics? Yeah, I guess with like.
I'm not gonna bring in 4 relics, but like 2 are fine.
Yeah.
I can cycle them if I need to.
It's good against Sanctuary and whatnot.
Yeah, it's basically just good against Sanctuary and Snapcasters, which are basically Sanctuary but worse.
Platinum package like Biza.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You gotta pay an extra fee though.
That's pretty good. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. Flora Hidron is badly bad. I mean, Flora Hidron is not here because it's good, right? It's because it's serving a purpose. Like, I'm not gonna play this as a 2 mana 1/1. This is just a tutor target. That's what it is.
And if we don't have a play on turn 1 and we have that, it's a play.
Exactly. I do agree that it's terrible. I'm not saying that this is good. I wholeheartedly agree that this is terrible.
Thank you, Hipsai Cool, for the follow. And also Bob Hughes, 1991, and Gabriel C.
Gonçalves.
Gonçalves.
But yeah, those were 30 minutes ago.
Well, thank
we
you.
don't have notifications.
Well, thank you also. If you're guys still here, thank you so much for the follows. We really appreciate it.
Will I hit him better than Mammoth? I think that considerably, yeah. I mean, they're obviously different cards, right? But for the purposes of the deck, I think that they're better. Sure, I'm gonna keep this. It's not great, but... When do you side Limbala? Good question. Against all of the decks that have creatures that are problematic. The main one is Hilliard combo, Devoted Druid, Yawgmoth, the Kiki Exarch deck. There are actually a reasonable amount of cards that... yes. Very, very easy to cast Skyclave Apparition right here.
I love me some... Oh, that's a beautiful island.
Beautiful.
Is Swordhedron better than Mammoth? Yeah. Do you ever answer that?
Yes, I already answered it. Basically, I think that when they are... I said this on the previous video, I think. Basically, Florahedron, both of the cards are exactly the same when you're tutoring for them. And one of them has the possibility of making a difference when you naturally draw it, the other one doesn't.
But it could be a 3-mana 5/5.
So because of that, I choose to go with the one that can make a difference. So my opponent just tapping out.
Jace.
For Hase?
Jace.
They are tapping out for Hase.
Brave.
I mean, I assume they have an answer for this Dryad, right? Because like they know it's coming.
But do you really need to answer it now? They can just like bounce it, worst case scenario.
I mean, they have to do something about it. And that means that they're tapping out next turn as well, when I could have Titan.
I mean, they can just bounce it.
If they bounce it, then that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to... So I have two possibilities here. I can set up a Titan for next turn. I think I'm going to go for Reclaimer plus...
Field.
Plus Field. This is obviously terrible if we don't find an untapped land, but like this forces my opponent to answer the Reclaimer right now. And the Dryad. Like, they actually have to answer both right here. I don't think Jace is a good card in Modern. I don't think I agree with that. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good, but
it's always like a 2-off. You're not gonna build the deck around Jace. It's a good value card in a control deck.
Yeah, I mean, Jace has its place, right? Jace is only as good as the supporting cast. And the supporting cast in Modern is fine.
Yeah, I mean, Jace on an empty board is pretty much the best thing you can do. For 4 mana.
For 4 mana on an empty board. Maybe Bloodbraid might be better than Jace. Again, like depends on the deck construction and depends what you're trying to do. Like if you're trying to establish control, then Jace is gonna be better than Bloodbraid. If you're trying to like
recast Uro, fair. That is very true.
Yeah, probably casting Uro is better than.
The thing is, like, Uro is
either Gust or Upkeep. Sure, I'm gonna put this on top. I'm gonna redraw it.
You're not probably.
We cast it. I imagine they remand it. They don't.
They don't remand it. Then Jace dies. Unless they have another Gust.
Have a path for another Gust. They don't.
You play Reclaimer?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Just.
That wasn't very good for them.
Okay. I mean, they knew how this turn was gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you have to do it on draw step, right? So I just can't. I can't literally just like replay the cards that you put on top.
I mean, Magnus. that's a very broad statement. I get what you're saying, but if you're like being like really technical about it, yes, there are many situations which casting is not optimal, but
so now we get to attack the
but yeah,
Teferi.
most of the time you should do that. But I get what you're saying. Okay, they're dead.
I think it's way too important to make sure that we clear this Teferi.
Yeah.
So here we just Titan.
Yeah, value damage is colorless because lands don't have color. Yes, very good. Magnus. Hey, you got no push-ups. Good job. See, the looming thread of push-ups is actually working on your subconscious.
That's exactly what happened.
You're becoming better because
That's
you don't
exactly
want
what
to do
happened.
push-ups. See, it's flawless. It's a flawless system. You should all incorporate this into your Magic gameplay.
That's the best way to improve at Magic.
Have a looming thread above your head that says, hey, you're gonna do exercise. And we all know the main enemy of Magic players is exercise.
The game felt too easy. It kind of was. Like, my opponent seemed to basically never get off the ground. I was kind of scared when they played that Jace, but they just did nothing. It just came down and died.
Is this special guest brother younger than Fran and older than previous guest brother? I mean, I've been the only guest brother, and I guess I'm older than my previous self, so yes.
Wow, I'm getting super technical there. You can't play against Oops, man. I fucking hate that this deck exists. I really, really hate it.
But yeah, the only different thing is that sometimes I have glasses and sometimes I don't. I guess it's the other way around. Sometimes I have glasses and sometimes I don't.
Wow.
There we go. I'm like Superman and Clark Kent.
We're super dead. Unless my opponent kept in on functional hand.
The player, while firing basic fire, wanted to give the push-ups away.
It's just a paid actor.
Clark Kent of Special Guest Brothers.
It was just a paid actor.
Yeah, that's the only way Fran wins.
Get the top man.
What, the most technically correct answer ever. I thought you were a different guest brother because your accent changed slightly. My accent is like it changes every day. Some days I wake up with a good accent, some days I wake up with a bad accent.
First world problems.
I love the technically correct answer. I do love technically correct answers. I had a statistics professor that said being technically correct is the best kind of correct, and I couldn't agree more.
On my dead opponent, come on, just show me the cards. Let me look at the fucking cards.
Look at the cards.
There we go. My opponent found the button.
They clicked the thing, targeted themselves, paid 1 mana, we looked at the cards, and they won.
Only one chill?
Greetings, El Rodeo-san. Hope you're having a good
Okay.
holiday season.
What's up, Rodeo? How's it going?
Are we alive? Do they have straight up 3 chills in hand?
I guess they just have 3 chills in hand.
Do we live?
I mean, if we draw a Titan, I think we win?
Redeem your child points, people.
If we draw a Titan, I think that we win. No, where is it? Oh, did you just close it? I think you just closed it.
Maybe. I do a lot of things. Oh god.
It was the perfect size.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, showed up.
There we go.
You don't know how to redeem.
Yeah, I don't do too much redeeming of channel points in my own channel now.
You gotta go back, press here, press get started. That's fine. You gotta...
Oh, that's why.
There we go.
Okay, that's why it was different than in my computer. Right, sweet. We got there. Don't worry about it.
Probably quad queuing. I respect the hustle. I hate it when I'm technically correct and end up being wrong. Being married is fun.
Yes! Yes! Oh, that's probably like the best joke that has ever happened on this stream right here. Wow.
I mean, can Pochi get a prize or something?
Wow.
I don't know. That was pretty good.
That is very, very good. Top tier content. Top tier content. Imagine if we just died to this Narcomuva.
Hitting us for 4. What do you do? Return it to hand. Cast it, but I don't have a third creature, do they?
They do it this turn, so they're just gonna get all the vines. I'm gonna pass one of them. We're gonna take 12. Then we're gonna pray that we top the Titan.
Interesting.
12.
Opponent's not in trouble that one. To be fair, if you're like new to the deck itself, it's fairly complicated to like understand everything that's going on. So I always give my opponent, you know, benefit of the doubt in regards to like how fast they are with what they're doing, because you never know.
Can we draw Primeval Titan, please? Primeval Titan, right now, right here. Primeval Titan off the top, please.
Hey, what you talking about? You needed that.
Not fair.
Oh wait.
It's not fair, man. Can we survive? Kill this. Block the.
We take 2. No, we're dead.
Play. Block. Exile. We're dead.
R.I.P.
What's up, Beefus? Just getting killed.
That's 10 push-ups.
Shut up.
There's this looming threat.
Shut up, okay?
We have some zombies, right? Yeah. We make them once we hit 7 lands.
But we had to fetch to get the zombies, right? And at that point, we just lose to any one attacker. Oh no, I guess we didn't have enough.
Did we? We were. So we.
Did we have
enough?
We
had
had
Sky Clay comes in, takes 7 on one of the bench binds. They have 2 bench binds, 1 salvage side. Oh, I guess we did. We're alive.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I thought that we were dead to the chill in hand, but.
Oh, yeah, because we also.
Fucked up.
Yeah, we fucked up there.
Alright, fucked up. My bad. Sorry, team.
I mean, we're probably dead because of the Narcomulet, because we had no way to block in them. We still needed to top deck something. We weren't winning that game by any stretch. And also, like, all our blocks were chumps, which is not good. Oh, but they only had a worm in hand. They only had 1 card in their library. So as long as we survive 1 turn, we were good. Is that correct? Although they have a chill in hand, didn't they?
I think they had a chill.
So if they had 1 chill in hand, then there was no way for us to win. Because we only got hit by one and they discarded a couple.
It's possible that they pitched the chill to the Phantasmagorian though. I honestly didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I think they still had a chill in hand. They had 4 lands, so they were good.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna bottom the Vesuva here.
But it could also be very possible we just fucked up, and that's okay. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Mostly because I want the Vesuva to be in my deck in case my opponent wants to
become a bog out of nowhere.
Well, actually, do I? I'm gonna go turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 land. Because I have to expect for my opponent to have like a Vendetta or something. And I guess I do want the land so I can hit my land drops. So I guess I just bought on the Apparition.
Yeah, Apparition seems the least castable card.
Stream seems kind of ugly. Not really.
Splinter Twin. Must be so easy to be you. Unbelievable.
How can somebody be this good? Because like I understand people that are good, you know. Some people are good.
I mean, you wouldn't know what that's like.
But then, you know, some people are just this good. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me more. And now we play Oofy, and we have
activation. Plus Reclaimer activation.
Up.
The ultimate Craigasm.
Sometimes things just fall on your lap.
Right here.
No, I'm not gonna sit there.
Hardcast or the Meek?
Oh wait, are they gonna try to do like some sort of like hardcast combo?
I mean, it's anybody's game at this point. They don't have black sources.
Now play Spring Bloom.
Draw step GQ. I mean, there's not really like a reason to do that. I'd rather get rid of a black source whenever we get to that point, you know?
We can just play Reclaimer.
I think I want to play second Reclaimer, yeah.
Yeah. I'm pass.
We can Vesuva the Ghost Quarter. Take care of the green source, and then we still get to take care of the black source if my opponent draws one. I think I like that. And next turn we can get the field going.
That's good. Yeah, draw step. Well, not draw step, but just like GQing your opponent in this matchup is always very nice.
Clipped.
It's okay. We're giving our opponents a chance. GQing your opponent in this matchup is always tempting because it's a Stone Rain. I don't know what you guys chat, but I love Stone Rain.
It's more like Strip Mine.
Well, Strip Mine, yeah. Strip Mine is what I meant. I love Strip Mine, even though I don't know her name. I love Strip Mine.
I'm just looking at you. Don't worry about it. No real reason. Some players bring in the basics. That's usually more Belcher, I think. Maybe some Oops players do that.
Oh, they're gonna hardcast the Salvage Titan? If they do, that's hardcore. Flexons now. There's no cover planes.
Yeah, we get the snow plains here.
And actually
Then
did.
we get field. And now we have successfully taken over.
Play fetch. We
I'm thinking if I wanna, thinking whether I want to spring bloom.
Oh, I guess
They're done.
Hey, good decision.
On the draw, maybe I want a second copy of this over the Titan.
Yeah, it seems like it's a matchup that you need to win with your little creatures that get to play really fast and not really rely on Titan for.
Yeah, we played a weird game one because my opponent just did not have lethal somehow because they drew triple chill. So under normal circumstances, that's just not gonna happen. I mean, this is fine if we get to turn 3, but I don't think we're gonna have that luxury. So I think I'm gonna ship it. I mean, same thing.
Oh,
all right, sounds good. Actually, no, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shock Tumbleground.
Boom. Turn 1 relic. Let's go.
Limbala subs understood Informer at least.
Yeah, that's not good enough for me. Because they have the other guy and you just lose, right? Doesn't seem too great to me.
What do you get? Oof for Dryad?
Depends on what my opponent does here. Because the problem with getting oof is that, well, relic.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Cool,
Yep.
Cool.
Casting the Undercity Informer is an interesting one. I think I'm just gonna go for Reclaimer, right? Skyclave doesn't really do anything. Dryad
Skyclave gets
or Prime Time are the options, I think. Eidolon is also interesting. I kind of like Eidolon. It also blocks their dude really well.
Dryad seems pretty good to me. Develops mana.
And it allows me to hold up relic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna die to a Belcher. I know it.
It's either a Reclaimer or,
you know when you just know it?
Oh, I do.
Sometimes you just know it. And it sucks to just know it, you know?
Yeah, I think the play was either Reclaimer or Dryad.
Alright, this Valakut gives me hope though.
Belcher? Not Belcher. Dismember.
The full Dismember.
In before seems pretty after deck. That's actually pretty terrifying. Don't say that again.
I guess I should play this. Like, it doesn't matter. There's the Belcher.
They're taking a beating.
We're slowly dying to 2 beats. There's the Belcher. Fuck, man. And this just puts me in a situation where I kind of have to cycle this relic.
But if you cycle your relic, you just die.
Yeah, I just died to the other guy, but like, what am I supposed to do?
I think we have a draw.
But then if I don't find, I mean, I guess I can find exactly Apparition or Night of Autumn.
Or Megalodamri Skull. That one's the middle ground, but it's still. I mean, it doesn't stop Salvage Titan, so.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I think you do have to cycle Relic because otherwise it's just gonna be turned off.
I fucking hate this deck so much. Like, I really, really hate it.
I know, it's great.
I really, really hate that it exists.
Theory field.
I'm thinking if I want to, if there's any chance. I mean, I guess there is a chance that I will want to. Call for what's his name?
They're attacking now?
Okay.
Oh, they're just gonna chill kill us. They're just gonna target themselves and chill. If they don't have any in hand, that's how that works. They can just spell straight spy as well.
They just played a 2/3.
What? Well,
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, man.
my brain is trying to process. So that's dead. Now we have zombies. Okay. Maybe they have a land in their deck, and that's why they didn't want to go for it.
I don't know why we're not dead. I just legit don't understand.
Maybe they did say we're in a land, and they thought, "Oh, I'm gonna lose if I don't like."
I am just very, very.
Oh, okay. They're never punished. That's fine.
confused. They finally figure out that we were dead all along.
And they're gonna target themselves. Unless they target us, in which case, okay. Oh no, they target themselves now.
They figure it out.
We look at the cards. Okay. We take
3
9.
trills.
They played a 1 creature. Maybe they think that Salvage Titan's not gonna work.
Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe they think that they can't hardcast the Salvage Titan because of the Collector Roof.
Maybe they have it in hand.
Yeah, they could have it in hand. I would assume that you never side that out.
Yeah.
Board in a fetch. No, they milled me, which is what really confused me. Wait, what? I am just very, very, very confused.
Okay.
I am just very,
We're
very, very
1.
confused. Wait. Oh, this guy flies!
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't know that.
If we draw a Dryad, we're good.
Yeah, Blast Zone means that we don't die to Miva.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet.
But we also Belcher doesn't do anything. Which is kind of cute. Phantasmagorian in the yard, yes it is. So we have to draw exactly Titan.
No, Dryad. Dryad kills the spy, which is going us at the
And
moment.
then we die to the Miva one.
No, because
we
we
can
can
crack the Blast Zone.
Blast
But
Zone.
then we discard the Oof.
But Belcher.
But the Belcher does nothing. What the fuck is going on in this game? What is happening?
Oh, they figure it out post combat.
I just okay. I just don't know.
Do we have fog?
And they sacrificed the Narcomiva. They had the things to the Miva, so
Having fog would be nice. And
I don't know what's going on here, man.
Oh my god. This whole sequence of events that's been.
I am so very, very, very confused.
This is a roller coaster of emotions.
Too much. I can't handle this.
Or, you know, get a forest. What can we do? So...
Well, nothing, right?
No, you know what? Based on how opponent has been playing, we're gonna make him do it. We're gonna play a land, we're gonna play our game plan, we're gonna crack Blast Zone, we're gonna chump everything, and we're gonna pray.
How is this a spirit that doesn't fly?
Where do you see the wings?
What the fuck, man?
It's floating, but floating doesn't mean flying.
Activated abilities cannot be activated.
Creeping Chill?
Hardcast Chill.
Nice.
Oh, man. Ah!
You know what time it is.
I am telling you to you right now, I cannot do 20.
How about this? You do 10, I do 10.
Hmm?
You do 10, I do 10.
Let's see if I can do 10. I'm not starting this yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oof. Oof. They got tough towards the end. Oh man, brutal. Still keeping this. So this counts as if I'm doing the push-ups, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. 5 months ago, push-ups, you got nothing on us. Nothing.
What happened 5 months ago that everybody was like, do push-ups, Ron, do push-ups?
I don't know, man.
Push-ups, obviously. Exactly. Everybody. That's why people take so long to join the queue. It's because they're in the middle of their push-ups because they lost the last game.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're gonna make this a trend. That way, the Magic community will be the most jacked community in all of sports.
Jacked. Something tells me that this poor reclaimer is gonna
Bite the dust.
not be long for this world, but
We'll still gotta believe, Jack. Huh. You didn't last one trigger. How long was your lifespan? One trigger. Didn't even last a whole face.
rough.
Blue-black control in the year of Allure 2020.
My opponent is 1 and 3, by the way. To the surprise of absolutely nobody. My opponent is 1 and 3 with their Creeping Tar Pit, Sunken Hollow, 100% plain Mystic Sanctuary deck.
When is that Sunken Hollow?
Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. They definitely play Archmage's Charm too.
When is Sunken Hollow ever gonna come in?
Oh yeah.
Untapped.
Oh yeah.
Cling to dust.
Your own
Oh
dude.
my god.
Because they can't cling to dust.
We only have creatures. We only have creatures, that's why.
That's good stuff.
Cling to dust, a perfectly fine Snapcaster Mage target in order to draw a card. That's value. Oh, we punching.
They got second in the challenge, so it makes complete sense for it to be 1 and 2 right now. 1 and 3 right now.
Oh boy. How long do you think this one lasts?
Maybe less than face, because they can just counter it here. Yep.
Cryptic Command.
Not even a face. That's how much this one lasted.
How long you last? I didn't resolve. The Elvish Reclaimers meeting in the graveyard.
Yep.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Didn't wonder about that for a second. Obviously, my opponent's deck was playing Mystic Sanctuary with their alongside their Creeping Tar Pit. There was no doubt in my mind that my opponent was about this life.
There are like a lot of classic concepts in like what would be like magic theory crafting. And I don't know why people try to like
Field?
Battle those for so long. It's like, hey, I want to play a Mystic Sanctuary deck. Okay, that means that you want to like play the least amount of non-islands as possible, right?
Or, and hear me out.
Yeah, people are like, you know what? But I like Caribbean Tar Pit. You know what? That's cool. You like Caribbean Tar Pit. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean you have to play it in your deck. And so those two things can exist equally. You don't have to prove it to me.
I love how there's no way that we can win this game, but at the same time, we might just win this game.
Please,
can I please draw a Primeval Titan? Can I please draw a Primeval Titan?
You can drop.
How about the literal worst card in the matchup? How about that instead? I guess I'm gonna pass my own dude if given the option. Fuck, man. Please. Please, deck. Please. Please.
Boom. Got him. You don't kill my dude, I kill my dude.
Rampant growth confirmed OP. Maybe I should have saved this guy. Why pathing? Because it's literally doing nothing, right?
It's the only use that we'll get out of path.
We just out of basics now?
No.
I mean,
we have like 3 more.
And also, again, like, what are we doing with that Path to Exile? Kill Tar Pit, we have Ghost Cooler. Like, this Tar Pit is never attacking. Like, I'm not worried about this Tar Pit whatsoever.
Yeah, Tar Pit's not gonna win the game.
And my opponent doesn't, like, if we had the path for the Caribbean Tar Pit, like, they wouldn't care. Like, it just doesn't matter. This card is completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. In fact, to an extent, it's even better than this is in play for my opponent. Because, like, I don't know.
It's a dual land. That's what it is.
Wait, didn't they use Mystic Sanctuary already? Is the first one?
No, the second one.
Oh. I thought they already had another one in play.
They did. They got a Cryptic back.
No, that's a problem.
Now we Jason.
How are we far from alert? I have no idea, my friend. I have no idea what's going on. We're just subticking Blast on and cracking on 4. Two, 3, 4. We draw another blank.
I mean, to be fair, I think they plus Jason us. And they left it on top.
They did, yeah. They can Cryptic bounce their own Jace.
They could have also tailed Sands. I don't know if they play that.
I'm not good without feel and we can cast every card in the deck. That's not entirely true. My opponent could be playing Remand.
Another Jace. It's nice.
I guess that we know about the
Cryptic.
Cryptic.
But they don't know about the cover. I guess we can wait until they're instead.
Still we're gonna force though.
That's a sweet island.
That one?
Yeah, I like it. The swamp is like dull, but the island is pretty sweet. What are they topping and not just brainstorming?
I don't know, man. See if they have another Cryptic.
Do you have it?
Just getting slow rolled here.
Oh, results. Now we break our souls, name giant, and we're rolling. Somehow we're still.
How are we still in this game?
Because opponent decided, you know what, I'm gonna plus Jace. Good double field. Make more creatures that opponent can deal with.
Your go! Tell me more about those Jace pluses, opponent.
I guess
you
like
keep on plusing. I mean, okay. There's 2 Cryptics in the yard.
Put a card on top.
There's 2 Cryptics in the yard, so they need Cryptic number 3 here.
And we gotta swing at them. They can block one of the zombies, but they're still dead. They can also Cryptic. Jason, why should silent though? I mean, they totally play around it. That's true.
They played around the very prime time attacking the Jace. That's definitely a fact. Topple creatures, draw a card.
Okay.
So I guess we don't play the land.
Yeah. That
Because
way.
of Jace ult.
Yeah.
And we already have a lethal on board as is.
Yeah, we don't need to block anything. Can the time walk Jace ult out of nowhere? Do they play time walk? I mean, even if that's the case, they still need a way to answer the board. Maybe they can cheese us out like that. It's minus 12 or minus?
Minus 12.
Minus 12.
So they need 2 more turns.
So they need double time walk.
Yeah. And they already have 1 Cryptic left, and they can't use Mystic Sanctuary. Like they can, I mean, like they can't Cryptic like bounce their own Sanctuary. I mean.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess that just happened.
See, this is the times where I would like to be a more toxic person and just write on the chat, cool.
I guess that game just happened.
GG will play. I don't know.
That game just happened, I guess. I guess I don't know whether I want Excavator. Like, my opponent showed me no fields.
The crazy thing is that they let the call resolve.
Yeah, why did they let the call resolve?
And they had a an Archmage's Charming Hand, and they had a Cryptic Command hand. And also,
why would you let the call resolve at that point? Like, that's literally that sequence is the only way that they can lose that game. Oh well, and then just like plussing for
Jace, yeah,
plussing with Jace instead of drawing cards. I guess that was also probably not the best.
And it's
not
like
the tightest play there.
And it's like, oh, but you get to control your opponent's draw step. Yeah, but I also can counter my opponent's draw step. So
yeah, I don't know.
your card 3 times scoop. I don't know. I mean, again, maybe your opponent doesn't know their matchup that well and didn't expect the Karn Souls out of nowhere. So it's like, that's understandable. Maybe they're like, oh, I can counter whatever my opponent searches, and that's a perfectly okay assumption. And they never got to see the Karn Souls.
Because I played masterfully and I held the Karn
That is
Souls.
true. That is true.
I have no idea how many turns.
The concealed information was a good play on your part.
Mm-hmm.
By Elvish. By Reclaimer.
Unless they have an answer.
And they move to 6.
They have discard spells and counter magic in the same deck. It's kind of weird.
But hey, Fran, you got second in the challenge.
Makes sense.
Right? You got second in the challenge. It has to be good.
Playing around Cling to Dust like a master.
What a champ.
Okay, so they are playing field.
I mean, that wasn't really put on Cling to Dust because then they would have to just exile the Cling to Dust. Right?
No, but like I'm going to activate on end step, right? And if they...
Because what I'm saying is, okay,
if I activate on end step, my opponent clings in response and they get to draw a card.
They get to draw a card, yes, but they also exile their Cling to Dust.
I'm talking about them drawing a card. I don't care about them exiling the Cling to Dust.
Okay, fair.
Like they just have no targets because my graveyard was a Reclaimer. I feel like I'm like explaining this way much more than I should.
It was just like
it was just a clean. Like it's a play that made sense, but it wasn't like that great or anything.
it was just a fun tidbit, you know, like hey, did you know that a Cling to Dust has no targets? They can't play it.
I mean, they had Reclaimer, I guess, but
good targets.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's just draw more blanks. Like I don't really want to draw good cards anyway, so I'll just draw a couple more blanks.
I don't play Moto, so not on the league, but yes, we play paper a lot when we could in before COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the same store, and somehow we always got paired on every modern tournament that we played.
Always.
I don't know how.
No exceptions.
But
ever.
it happened. I'm not, tinfoil hatting this shit, but it's like, I don't know about that, chief. And so, yeah. Just gonna put that out there,
And if this resolves, I'm gonna play both of these. My opponent gets to feel them, but.
And I think our record is like pretty even. I think you're definitely like ahead.
I think, but not by much.
But not by much. See, I think you're definitely ahead, but not by much. That's what I'm gonna say. That we're pretty even.
Playing out the field only because we have another one. I mean, we could go squat their field. Nah, it's just bad value.
It also depends on where I'm playing Jund or not.
Yeah, you have the tendency to play Jund for whatever reason, which definitely hurts your win percentage.
I want it to be good, sometime, some way. I just hope that one day it'll be okay.
Definitely hurts your win percentage.
I like playing mid range more than anything, so yeah. Who wins more is probably Fran. But not by much. But I think he definitely wins more. And I had a lot of success playing like Titan Balakut decks before they got all dried up. And everybody started playing Balakut. Like he was the Amulet player and I was the Balakut player, basically. And also, I played a lot of elves.
That's true. At one point, you were elves guy.
I was the elves guy at one point. Like green-black elves.
Yep.
It was so good.
Fair. Fair as hell.
I love that deck.
So I'm gonna go for the draw step. Guarantee the double zombie production here.
And then, even before I got into Jund, I played a lot of green-black mid-range. Just straight up green-black. With like treated villages and hissing quagmires. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was actually awful.
That one plays.
But yeah.
If they attempt to field here, we could feel ourselves. I think that this is just better. Because my opponent is, like, it's kind of on...
Are you gonna GQ yourself?
I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna, like, play a bunch of zombos and then...
See if they can deal with it.
Yep, just kill them.
Did they concede?
Oh. This is almost lethal as it is.
Just motor lag, okay.
This puts them down to 2.
But definitely the deck I was best with was Through the Reach Titan.
Not a surprise that, I don't know, like, it surprises me that that deck made it to the finals. Like, that's just not, like, it's just not doing anything busted. Like, the reason why Spike has success with his control builds is because he's always doing something. Like he's doing something that affects the deck's consistency but makes up for it in explosiveness.
Yeah, he's not always reactive.
Uh-huh.
He can be proactive as well.
And that deck is just like spinning its wheels. And
it's like hope I have the correct answer to the threat that you're gonna put in front of me. I just got collect company by Elf deck a couple of weeks ago in the whole green black elf that deal damage equal to alpha. Oh yeah, the shaman.
Shaman of the back.
Shaman of the pack. Yeah, that one's sweet. That was my jam. I've killed plenty of people with that. Like especially double.
Okay, so my opponent needs to have
double shaman of the pack out of Coco is disgusting.
Exactly.
So good.
That's what they need here. If they don't have bolt exactly this turn, when we get to the reclaimer things.
Star Twin.
This hand was 6 lands and 5 lands and a reclaimer. Let's see if we get there. We might actually be able to get there.
Star Twin is busted. Who knew?
We also have second flagstones, which means that we get to just like take it easy here. We don't get to play around bold, unfortunately. So if they have bold, they got us. But
they seem to have F6'd.
Kind of looks like that. Do we get field here?
If you get castle,
you
can you can get you can end of turn Arami's Call and activate and then transfer Titan. 56 lands plus 4 reclaimer, best deck confirmed.
Clearly, sorry.
True. I mean that's everything Fran's been doing for like the past 4 months. So.
Everything. Every format.
He just like grabs 4 reclaimers, 4 flagstones, closes his eyes, points at things on the screen, and like selects those cards,
point at things,
grabs them all, pulls them in the deck, open his eyes like, huh.
That's a deck right there.
And easy. That's it. It's like, let's ship it. And that's how the sausage is made, folks. My opponent's confusing me with like Field of Dead and Field of Ruin.
Hardcast Force Onagation.
Fran, please describe the power of Elvish Reclaimer. Please describe the power of Elvish Reclaimer.
So Elvish Reclaimer is a powerful magic card because
How does he make you feel?
it does stuff. Like it does some stuff and some things. And then after it's done its stuff and the things, your opponent dies.
Oh.
It's great.
That took a darker turn than I expected. Yeah, call this for Hedron. Busted. Punch?
Hmm?
Oh no, you can make zombies.
Yeah. My dudes don't like to bolt.
Do you have a main
Feel
deck?
like $1 million.
Do you have a main deck bug?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Only thing better than a Reclaimer is 2 Reclaimers. Facts. Actual facts.
It's too bad that card's no longer legal in Standard. Maybe you would play Standard if it was legal.
What?
Reclaimer?
No. I'm playing Reclaimer Historic.
How's that going for you?
Actually, I got to... What's the one right below Mythic?
Diamond?
Diamond 3.
Fran is a Mythic gamer.
No, I'm not. That's exactly what I just said.
Sorry, up-and-coming Mythic gamer.
Nah, but unfortunately I don't get to play too much, but like the list is tunable. It's probably not, like Reclaimer's probably not that good in that deck specifically though. Knight of the Reliquary fucks in that game, in that deck though. Reliquary is nice. Which set is Grazer from?
Grazer?
Yeah.
Warless Spark.
Okay, so it's legal in Historic. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, everything that's on Arena is legal in Historic.
I don't remember if Grazer was in Arena.
Well, given that they did Kaladesh Remastered, everything from Kaladesh forward is legal in Arena.
Walking Ballista is not there.
Well, because that's banned.
No, it was never printed.
Because it would be banned.
Yes.
It was banned. Given that we have Heliod in there, yeah, it's banned. No, it's like
preemptively banned.
Yeah, it's like shadow banned to an extent. It's like, no, we don't want to. It's the same for Cat. Cat is also not in Historic because they were like, yeah, we're not gonna make the same mistake again. Like, we're not that stupid. Except that that's all they do, make the same mistakes ever again.
Seems like Reclaimer is a little death right for this deck. It's probably better than a little death right.
They were cowards, so Ballista. I mean, they printed Muxus, so I wouldn't put anything past them.
So we're out of basics now, but I think that making that Sambo actually is important.
Why didn't you get the... Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Because I want a Sambo, dude.
Yeah. I got it.
That's the whole point.
Get it wrong.
Maybe I should have not gotten the other lane, though. Yeah, that's fine. But this is a way that I can like start putting pressure.
Which they put Copter, though? I think the idea from all that was basically make Historic closer to Pioneer. So any card that's like not legal in Pioneer, they're just not gonna print. So things like Copter, Ballista, Cat. What else is banned in Pioneer? Uro should be banned, but it's not. Field of the Dead, it's banned. We need Bog and Field. I think we can do Field and Vesuva. We're not gonna get it now, but like if they play like a Field of Ruin or if they try.
Yeah, we can also, if my opponent does Field of Ruin again, we can use the Deathly Sanctuary to save the field. Combo is banned in Pioneering. Yeah, they're building towards it, but then they also have a client that cannot be installed, so... yeah.
Uro should be on Pretty just like Oko. To be honest, yeah. Maybe not in Legacy. I think Oko's a little bit too much in Legacy, but Uro should be fine in Legacy.
I don't know if I would say fine, but like it's a lot more palatable because of course Swords of Plowshares. Like it's card advantage. It's an avoidable card advantage, but at least it's a lot easier to answer on a 1-for-1 basis, particularly game 1. Because you can answer Oak on a 1-for-1 basis, but like you need to have Power Blast, right, or something like that.
Or counter it.
Or yeah, I guess a counter spell.
Yeah. But other than that, I'll go just like straight up takes over a game if you don't have the answer when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Would have the same case, but it's like it requires much more build up. It's not that much, but it requires some build up. They have a lot of mana.
That Omnath fella's pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't know why Aura's still legal in Modern, Pioneer, and is it still legal in Historic?
Yeah.
And Historic, wow.
Bolt my face. You got it. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I had to bog in response. Ah, fuck.
There were things that we talked about.
Yeah, the worst part is I literally was thinking about it. Damn it.
Sometimes it'd be like that. And now we take 4. And we lose the game. Oh, they also feel like Verenas. That's nice.
Yeah, we literally talked about that, Yanshu. Like, yeah. I was well aware of the situation, but I was talking to chat and I forgot.
Yeah, chat, it's your fault.
It is definitely chat's fault.
It's always chat's fault.
I don't think anybody's arguing with that.
I love the concept of chat as an entity. Like streamers just like speaking to a void and interact with a blob of mass of people. It's wild. It's a wild social concept.
If you say so, kid.
Are we like in a lot of trouble or in like just a little bit of trouble?
Depends on if they have cryptic command or not.
Ah, that's a very good if.
So we get 6 damage in.
I don't think attacking is that great.
Why not? We have like a million. We have to start to get them dead.
Fair.
They win the long game. As I literally just said, like we are losing if they have cryptic, so they're winning the long game. So we need to close the game. Attacking is how we close the game.
We literally only drew Lancer Glamers. No, we drew a call, but it got counter, so and that was it.
So they're getting some Sambos. So I think that this Reclaimer activation is gonna go get Ghost Quarter. Again, dead to Cryptic, so
I've heard that a lot.
It's funny how even if we had drawn like Path to Exile, it would actually not be bad for us. Like even our dead cards would be fine, but we somehow managed to get our deader than dead cards. In like Tangled for a Hedron and like a million bazillion lands.
Were they playing Gust in the main deck?
No, I don't think so. All of these boys are gonna jump in front of this Uro. Okay. They fucked up, by the way. They gonna let all that mana go to waste now.
It's possible that I didn't even need it, but still.
It's gonna be really tough to raise this.
Yeah, they just have a lot of land drop and they're gonna like get us for 4.
Go to 5 here.
We're really fighting to not do those 10 push-ups.
Cycling Omnath.
The fact that card draws a card is just stupid to me. I get like the flavor of like, oh, it has one ability for every color, but it's like so stupid that it does.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's like you don't need to. Like I get like the what would you call it? Like satisfaction of like, ooh, it has one ability for every color, and like it's like a nice little bow. But
damn,
it's just completely unnecessary.
They shocked.
Remember to bog them if necessary. Oh, you gotta bog them.
No, I can do it in response to the Omnath trigger.
Oh, okay.
So now we sack this.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, the design cards like, well, I guess they learn to do that kind of things because of Razor Ramp, which is an 8 mana 7/7 that draws 7 life and lifelink. But I mean, at one point you have to like take a step back and be like, okay, let's think about what we did here and make a conclusion based on that from an objective perspective. We're at 1. That's scary.
I mean, we're at 3.
Well, that does something. Swing with this, yeah, path, and then swing with the zombies. They're probably just gonna let the zombies go, but then we have the reclaimers.
No more
back.
basics, nice.
Yeah, they literally just stop down. Yeah, that's my main issue with it. That it's like just thought what would look pleasant and went based on that, but not giving much thought to like power level wise what would happen. It also like gains 4 life, adds 4 mana.
We're not dead to this. We have
makes 4 deals 4 damage, and all that. So it's like the card itself is pleasant, but it's also completely unnecessary.
Who do you think I am, opponent?
You think I missed
you
that?
Think I'm just gonna let you kill me right there? Get out of here, please.
Spin that wheel. Fountain. Yeah, City and Conan they've been calling it for a while.
That's a game, kids. That is a fucking game. Remember when we had like Reclaimer and 5 lands, and then we did nothing for the remainder of the game? Remember when that happened?
We do Reclaimer, 5 lands, and a path.
And that's all we needed.
And that's it. Get him. Thank you, Magnus, for the 100 bits.
Damn. That was... Type to opponent, they need to do 10 push-ups. This card is sight. I like this card. Chat, I think I like this card. I might be onto something.
Can someone with Photoshop skills, which I do not have, do like the meme of like friendship ended with Primeval Titan, now Reclaimer is my best friend.
Unbelievable. That was Reclaimer, right? Like I just went turn 1 Reclaimer, and it just went and answered for the entire game, and then I won the game. Like I have no idea how many turns after.
This is technically a Reclaimer and 5 lands, 6 lands.
Yeah, it's not a turn 1 Reclaimer though. This hand.
Yeah, mana symbol. You gotta do 10 for each game loss. So that's the new rule that we set up over here, and it's honor code, so you don't really have to do it, but we'll laugh at you a little bit if you don't. What a player Fran is. It's like, hey, what do I need? Oh, I need this one. Okay,
what's the best draw here?
I'll draw it. I don't care.
Twin.
But I always play 15 games per league. Then you're gonna be the buffest of us all.
Yeah, you're gonna be so buff, dude.
The objective is that eventually the Magic the Gathering community will be the most jacked community out there. That's the dream.
Hashtag life goals.
And you don't 5-0, then you're gonna be more jacked. Just think about it that way. Either A, you don't want to do the push-ups and that way you become better Magic player, or you do want to do the push-ups and you become the most jacked Magic player. And that's how you grow.
I have another copy of my one drop in my hand, but I want the other one too. I just want them all.
Just in case. Yeah, we've been forcing Fran to do it for now, and he's like 60 down, I think. Yeah, you're 60 down? 60 push-ups?
That's bad. I mean, I can't not do this. I had to shuffle my other Reclaimer into the deck, and now they're gonna path this one. Kind of sucks. Wildfire's pretty bad against me, but like, it's actually okay there.
Reclaimer number 3. The original one is back. No, this is the first one. This is the first Reclaimer. He came back.
He's back for more, baby.
It's like what they say. If you truly love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, then it loves you back or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
That's Reclaimer for Fran.
Yep. Our love. Just too deep. I love how my opponent's $5,000 deck cannot be the one drop.
Too strong.
Like, one drop? No, get the shit out of here.
Too strong.
I don't want to have anything to do with a one drop. Never mind, my opponent can't beat a one drop.
That's a card.
That is indeed a card.
Well, that card seems better than our one drop, I'm not gonna lie.
So I guess that we have to cycle this now. Ooh.
That's interesting. I will take it. Ooh, you get a cavern?
Ooh. Don't mind if I do.
I won't say I wasn't skeptical of Punt's list. I played one league and just trophied myself. Well, we just know now that Punt broke it, and that's it.
Punt broke it like two years ago or something.
And those are the facts of life. Yeah, Gus is gonna be pretty bad, but it's better than it's better to limit their options by playing around things like Mana Leak or Remand. Remand is such a polarizing card. There are metagames where it's like completely unplayable, and
I could have also explored into this Titan, but I think that it's better to.
And there are other ones where it's just like the nuts. Field.
I'm thinking if I want to just field Vesuva.
And just go ham?
Yeah, because I'm putting my opponent on. They either have a Wrath or.
Sure.
So now they need to Wrath me or they need to.
And you also have a fetch.
Yeah. Which means that the fairy is effectively dead regardless.
They could Wrath and have Cryptic Command to defend the fairy, but that's a lot of resources to protect the fairy.
And I guess they could have Cryptic, but like they're just on Cryptic top mode, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, free. You can definitely do that. I think that if you want to play Amulet, you have to play Karn right now. I don't think it's a you may. Okay, I mean, this is how they get back into the game, right?
Oh boy.
This is the way that these Omnath lists just refuse to die, right?
Oh, they can do end step and fetch. Oh my god.
So they're gonna be able to go up to 20, right?
Oh my god.
So they're gonna be able to go up to 20. If they go up to 20, I have 14 plus 6. So I guess I have to fetch now. Because I want to set up... I want to set up lethal. Oh. What's going on here? They're going to make mana? Okay. It's a waste of Mystic Sanctuary. Gust, sure.
Okay. It seems okay. It's annoying, but I don't really care much for it. I mean, I still have...
I mean, we still have lethal.
NCDMTG, thank you for the raid. 98 people, holy shit.
What's up, Anu? How was your stream? How have you been? Thank you for the raid, man. So here is the cryptic tap and draw.
We knew about this.
So let's just sack the forest. So we're just gonna get Ghost Quarter here. So this basically means that my opponent cannot do the cryptic loop anymore. Fuck.
Cool. I don't think you need to play land.
Yeah, maybe I should have held the line.
Yeah, I would have held that.
No. Particularly because I think I don't have any more fetchables, do I? No, I have another template. Okay, so we're good.
No, didn't you exile it?
Oh, I cracked it? Oh, fuck, yeah, so I have no more...
Yeah.
No, there's the 2 planes. There's the 2 planes. Okay,
yeah.
So we're good, we're good, we're good.
Oh my god. This dude and fetches are pain.
The good thing is my opponent cannot get aggressive.
I mean, not right now, but if they do like a sequence in which
they're out of sanctuaries. They have used both of their Mystic Sanctuaries now. And... oh, they also missed the trigger because they didn't have enough islands. Like different name cards, so the field trigger didn't do anything. But now if my opponent goes like cryptic, tap your team, bounce, we just Ghost Quarter the... So they have to do this, which is fine. And they sack, what, Radiant Fountain? Sure. Now we get, what?
More zombies.
Valakut? Valakut makes Dryad a better draw. No, I don't want to return the Grove because I think that the... Like, if we do want to set up like a Valakut kill...
You crack it now?
That's what I was thinking. Like, do I just crack it now?
The thing is, what can you get? You can get a Dryad, which would be pretty nice. But at the same time, a lot of draws pretty much don't do anything.
Yeah, I think we just pass. Or we don't play the land either. Because if my opponent wants to attack here, that's fine. You would have taken Celestial Sanctuary. I don't think that achieves anything. Like, I'm cycling anyway. Like, I could cycle the Scatter Grows, but I think the Sanctuary has more value.
Nice.
If I draw, I want to have the Sanctuary in my deck so I can bounce it and basically draw, basically get infinite Valaku triggers. Like I don't want to just, I already used my Vesuva, right? Like the Vesuva is copying the field already. So I want the Ascendancy Sanctuary to just like be Ascendancy Sanctuary and for me to forever have access to it, basically. So I can do infinite Valaku triggers, which seemed like the way that I could have beaten that. Open Sekam in the chest, it's decided to use my channel points on it. God damn it, Freed. God damn it.
That was a sick win.
That was a very impressive showing against the Omnath deck, right?
Yeah. It was like, I think like that matchup rewarded a lot of your patience and not committing a lot to the board unless there's zombies, you know. And like working towards in the starting turns, like in the beginning, like in the starting 5 turns, the most important card that you can have in play is like Reclaiming.
Exactly. Donnie with the tier 1 sub, thank you so much for the 8 months, Donnie. Thank you for coming back, for the continuous support for the stream. Really appreciate you being here. I mean, that what you saw right there is the reason why I think that Reclaimer is good right now. Like 4-color Omnath is the best deck in the format, or like one of, it's definitely tier 1 deck. I don't know if it's the single best deck. The regular Shadow deck is kind of busted too, but like we just saw like how many tools we have and how awkward it is for our opponents to play around. Like Reclaimer just comes down and it's just so awkward for them to deal with. There's so many tools that we have access to, and I'm not even playing Boyle in this list, right? And still manage to just like put them in a constant awkward situation. Like my opponent had the Ferry going on for I don't know how many turns. They had Udo and Omnath in game 1. Like it was, they kind of had everything going for them, and it still was not enough because my 1-drop just completely rendered everything they did completely pointless. So like that was just overall an incredible showing of like why I think that this deck is so good right now and why this is the deck I would play if I had a competitive event. Part of the matchup is does Reclaimer survive or not? Yeah, exactly. It's like, but even like they need to have Bolt on turn 1. Because on turn 2 it's often too late. Like you just saw in game 2, like we managed to set up a situation where like Bolt just didn't even kill my Reclaimer, it just became a 3/4. So at that point their only answer is just Path to Exile or Ether Gust. And if they're gusting my 1-drop, that they're trading down on mana, and if they path my 1-drop, they're training even on mana but at a card disadvantage. Like they're literally ramping the ramp deck. Like it's just so brutal. Maybe something like Oust would be like bad for us, but even something like Condemn is just like Reclaimer doesn't attack. You can't even use something like that. It's a lot tougher in Legacy where your opponent just plows the Reclaimer and like you just, that's it. Like you just game 1 or 3 life or whatever, and like they just go from there. But when the removal that kills this reliably is Path to Exile, or everybody's playing Path to Exile instead of push, then Reclaimer looks very, very good. Against the push decks, it looks a lot worse, obviously.
Also, the card can play around Bolt.
Yeah,
so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This one's coming back from 1 life from the win. Yeah, exactly. It's just like my opponent just top decked their Renin 6 and they pinged, and I'm like, nope. That angle that you think is gonna give you the game, nope. I have that one covered too. Don't worry about it.
And see, look at the. Do you see like the records? It was like once you realize, oh, I can't do any push-ups anymore. It was 2-0-2-0. Get rid of it.
Got him. Yeah, it was very, very. It was very good. It was definitely a good showing for the deck. Maybe against Sultan Reclaimer is worse. Yeah, but not so much because like a bunch of the same principles do apply, right? Like your opponent, barring exactly Fatal Push, your opponent is trading down on mana, but at the same time you are. Like the matchups that are bad, the control matchups that are bad are those decks that play something that goes over the top. So the bad matchups are the ones that play Time Warp or play Nexus of Fate or Wilderness Reclamation. Like those are the matchups that that the Reclaimer deck does not want to face. But yeah. Have you tested on Reclaimer to Amulet? I've had some success with the hybrid version. Yeah, I streamed that multiple times already. It's right here. This was the list that I was Is this my latest list? No, this is not. This is not my latest list, I don't think.
It has turn timber, so I believe not.
Yeah, it does have turn timber, so maybe this was my latest list. Because it had some issues with the mana. Yeah, so we're just playing like some Temple Gardens and shit. Yeah, so I think this was my latest list. Definitely I'm not sold on the single basic planes. This should probably be a third Temple Garden. Was pretty sick beating blue-red through the reach last round. They Ember cooled me, but I already got to double strike Wormcoil and won with the tokens. That's hilarious. That's funny. But yeah, this is something I think I 5-0'd with Reclaimer Amulet like a couple of times. Can't remember anymore, but this was back in the day though. Like I have not 5-0'd this list in a while. You're right, and that's why I put Time Warp back into my Forgotten Realms. Too many Blood Moons spoils in the format. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. That helps a lot. Like if the Omnath deck does not have Time Warp, I feel very advantaged. Like I legit feel very far ahead in the matchup. Like I mean, you just saw it, right? Like it's what that happened right there was just a very classic green-white versus four-color Omnath matchup. Like the stuff that needed to matter, then like that kind of thing. That was a pretty representative game, I should say. Why are we looking at Reclaimer Amulet? I forgot. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this stream. We played some Amulet, we played some Reclaimer, and we actually did some winning for a change, so that feels good. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so just yet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!